All right, hello, welcome to the Football Friends podcast for another week. I'm your host Gage, joined by the lovely Paddy and Ash today.
So, in that, am I lovely or are we both lovely? Because it was the lovely Paddy and Ash.
Yeah, so what am I?
Oh, the lovely Paddy and Ash.
And
Cool.
yeah.
That answers that.
You're both lovely.
Cool.
Right. Welcome to everyone, and thank you for that. Speaking of other things that are lovely,
Not me.
3 points for Aston Villa. So
Yeah.
let's get tucked into that. Man United 0, Aston Villa 1.
Yeah, it seems like I would say that for us, inconsistency is key. So at the end of this podcast, I'm going to be a bit happier, but this was a bad match to lose. Like we needed to win this match, and I'm thoroughly disappointed. It's a worry, like the only kind of lucky part of it is some other teams did shit this week too. So yeah, that's the only silver lining, I guess. But
well, look, if you want to take positive from it, I mean, I know you lost, but if you want to take positive from it, your away form's still amazing. So
Yeah.
to lose at home, despite the fact that you shouldn't lose at home, there's better things on the horizon when you play whoever the fuck you're playing next week away from home.
Yeah. But I mean, it just looked kind of weak, Definitely room for improvement.
So what went wrong? Or what went right for Villa?
Villa just very kind of compact and well disciplined team. They just sort of sat deep and made us come at them, and that's probably I'd say like our weakest kind of thing, trying to like unlock break teams down.
Yeah.
So
that will come. That's a thing that, like, I mean, Ollie's been in the job now for what, 3? Is it 3 years?
well, it's this.
Yeah.
I mean, he came midway through a season.
So okay, well, let's. It's about 3 years, right?
Yeah.
But he's still actually a relatively
Shit
inexperienced, certainly not shit, but inexperienced manager. And this, having the best players, which is something that is actually new to him, is, this is another learning curve. You got to learn how to break down teams who are going to look at your lineup and go, Ronaldo, shit, we're going to sit deep and just counter-attack you and fuck you over.
Yeah, but I feel like this is a lesson that he has learned before.
Possibly.
So it's same problem, different season.
Yeah, but easy solution. Less Fred, more Donny.
More Donny.
What?
Donny Van der Beek.
Do you think that would have changed that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been 2-0.
Dude, how dare you?
Why?
Fred's great. He's been good. He does stuff, man.
You're asking for a player that is going to help unlock defences. So when you're dominant with the ball,
we need better than Van der Beek. Like if we're going to upgrade on Fred, Fred's better than Donny, but we still need to upgrade. We need a dominant midfielder.
Look,
you have Pogba, Fernandes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that's 2 players.
Yeah, but like they're dominant in that area.
Yeah.
So if you have the ball, do you not, instead of having a defensive-minded midfielder, have somebody that's more likely going to pass the ball around a bit more, better range of passing?
Yeah, I suppose they want the best of both, right? They want like a
That
Matic.
counts,
They want
yeah.
a Matic, a young Matic, like someone who can hold it down in the middle and then start the play.
Look,
But
maybe I'm wrong, but that kind of defensive midfielder, there's like the defensive midfielder of modern football does more than that.
yeah, sure,
Like they're a deep lying playmaker almost
Yeah.
as well.
of course.
And if you can do both,
Hmm.
then you're amazing. But
Yeah,
Fred sort of does both to a
well, Fred's like a box and box.
Fred. Yeah, I
He
saw.
just
Yeah,
he just runs the whole game. He's just everywhere. He's
Yeah.
not always doing stuff when he gets there, but he is everywhere.
yeah.
Mediocre,
He's always
mediocre
there.
midfielders.
He's
He's more than mediocre.
he's definitely better than mediocre. He's just
he's a solid squad player for us, and
yeah.
like again, we're talking about the changes that need to be made for Man U. These are changes to win the title, right?
Yeah.
It's not like we're fucking 20th and we're like
You're not fighting relegation.
yeah. So of course we're talking about the most minute of little touches that
Well,
need to be changed to
And, and those are the differences between fourth and first.
Yeah.
In a league like this.
I mean, it could be worse. We could have Saul.
Which is weird. Sort of saying that a year ago, you might have thought, well, is Sal Nguyen better than Fred? Yeah, unquestionably. Now the sort of Fred's had a bit of a rise and Sal's had a bit of a not rise. So do we want to talk about what happened at the end with the penalty?
Well, what do you want to say about it?
I want to say that Emi Martinez is quickly becoming one of my favourite non-Liverpool players. Obviously, there was, some sort of Man U team discussion over who was going to take it. The two Portuguese fellows being at the forefront of that. And Martinez just approaches them and goes, "Hey, Ronaldo, you're a big player. You should take the penalty."
Nice.
And then he just massive shit-eating grin on his face. I think he said something like, "You're much better than this Bruno guy," or something.
That's good. I like it.
Like,
that's top tier.
Just big dog in him. Just
Top
like,
tier
come on.
banter.
yeah, just
That's brilliant.
just giving him absolute arseholes.
Well, yeah, it could be. Mate, thing, Ronaldo skied it. That's very, very rare.
Well, Bruno's got it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry, Bruno. I mean, brother.
Allegedly on purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Why?
Allegedly.
Trying to get Ollie sacked.
Yeah. No, yeah. Apparently Ollie said that he's penalty taker, but he
Doesn't-
Ronaldo think Ronaldo should do it. So if he skies them all,
Yeah.
they have to change Ollie's mind.
Of course, Ronaldo think Ronaldo should do it.
There's
Yeah.
no way. If Bruno wanted Ronaldo to take it, he'd just say it. He'd just say, "You take it."
Maguire should take it.
Maguire does take good
Yeah.
penalties.
He hasn't taken nearly as many though.
As Cristiano Ronaldo, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that
or,
the reason?
Or Bruno.
Isn't that the reason you take
No,
it though?
Bruno has only
It's because
missed
people
like
don't know what you're gonna do.
Bruno's like he was like 93% on penalties.
Yeah, it's
until
obscene.
now. Yeah, so it's a very rare miss. Very disappointing.
It was a
miss.
very bad miss, though.
It was terrible.
It was about I'd say about 4 feet above the goal.
I know. He just needed to be chill and just.
It was the full height of Fred above the goal.
It's 3 Ronaldos above the goal.
Yeah, I mean he's a very emotional player. He does get kind of worked up. So
Well, speaking of that emotion, he took to social media afterwards and basically published an essay to apologise.
yeah,
Which, I mean,
he plays with his heart on his sleeve, man.
Post-match press conference with his heart on his sleeve. It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, you are a pro.
Like,
That is your job.
you play football, you miss shots, you miss penalties, you lose games.
Yeah,
The fans do not need
You crying about it?
like a thesis of
What?
what
No.
happened.
I completely disagree. This is war.
This is war.
Yeah,
You and I.
He is fully invested. That's what you have to be the best.
He's a crying little.
He plays
bitch.
with his soul.
Play with his soul.
Yeah, Well, I mean, the only reason
You shouldn't kick the penalty with your soul, to be fair. That's a poor technique.
the only reason you guys can say this is because you can't criticize anything else about him.
I mean, look, that's fair. That's actually very true, apart from the penalty itself.
Well, yeah, this one time, yeah.
Yeah, this time.
Is it because De Gea saved one, so he had to miss one? Is that how the world works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God rolled a dice and it came up with 7 somehow.
It was like Freaky Friday or something. They switched bodies for like one penalty each.
Yeah, so Bruno saved it.
Yeah,
technically.
and De Gea missed it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, anyway, we can move on from this. We don't need to dwell on this this match. I'd much rather talk about our other match.
Right. So another game was Arsenal 3, Spurs 1.
Yeah.
Do you have any excuses? Tears?
Yes. No tears.
500-word essays?
No tears. Arsenal played well. Played like Arsenal should play. Well done to them. We looked like children at the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eric Dyer was shocking.
Sanchez for the first goal was just like balls on the floor doing nothing.
Yeah.
Just Are
you worried about him?
Sanchez?
Sanchez.
Yeah, I don't. He's never convinced me. The only thing he's got is a little bit of pace, but he's not overly quick either. He's not fast, but for a centre back, he's not slow. Yeah. But that's not good enough to make up for being a bad footballer.
Well, do you remember him in the Ajax days when he was a ball playing defender for sure? Well, he would run at people. He was ridiculous, doing that kind of stuff.
That's a sign of a really good centre back.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, he loved it. But then that's the thing. I feel like he ended up in Spurs or something. He was basically told don't ever do that. Just pass.
No, you say that, but then when he came to Spurs, we had 2 ball playing centre backs in Vertonghen and Alderweireld.
I guess so.
And we played a lot from the back. So our defence was set up to play that way. And we had Eric Dyer, who also started as a centre midfielder. So another ball playing
when he played at the back, he was sort of given that responsibility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the way as a unit they played, and that was the philosophy of that defence and Pochettino's way was play out from the back and move the ball from the back. Those diagonal forward balls and things like that. And
So do you think this was a Jose thing?
No, I think he's just not good enough. I think playing for Ajax and then playing in the Premier League is completely different ball game.
So do you was that a pun? But do you think that's an issue with his decision making? Is that what you're kind of saying?
I just don't think he's a good enough defender.
But is it his tackling or his positioning?
Yeah, just
all those things.
The defensive side of his game is.
But he's a defender.
Not
ideal. Not a good one.
Not ideal.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not a good one. You could, if you really had to hide him, you could probably play him at right back. But even then, he's going to look like Serge Aurier. So.
But he also used to play in a 3, right?
Yeah, he was playing on the right side of the 3. No, because we don't have enough defenders to play through. We don't have any good defenders to play as a players. 3.
Yeah, well that's the problem. Yeah, you need more defenders.
Yeah, and Nuno's tactics to start with were rubbish. Every game we should start with Højbjerg and Skip as our midfield too. I understand it's defensive and it's a little bit negative, but
I get Højbjerg, but
but you need another defensive-minded midfielder in that role, and we don't have one.
Double six, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have who are you going to play? Lo Celso, Ndombele, Ali. They're not good. They can't defend. They're not defending midfielders. Yeah, so Skip's your option.
Damn.
So is that is that what you dip into for January? You need a hard...
I think Skip's good. Skip will be good enough. Playing alongside Højbjerg, we have to acknowledge that this year's rubbish for us. I will be happy not to get any European football at the end of the season, and just go through a complete rebuild of the whole team. So
yeah, I mean I
think that's where we're at as a club.
I think that's a bit extreme if Kane doesn't go. But
Kane will go. Kane has to go.
But we said that this summer.
Yeah. He again hasn't hit the attacking heights, so that adds to it.
Has he scored yet?
Yeah.
In the league?
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think he has.
No, neither do I. I couldn't tell you.
So he'd be below Arsenal in the scoring charts.
Yeah.
One of the few players.
Yeah. Sucks to suck, man.
Yeah, right.
Actually, to be fair, looking at the table, Spurs and Arsenal, identical points, identical goal difference, but now Tottenham have scored fewer goals, so maybe we're going to have to take some of the heat off Arsenal, and make a scoreboard of teams who have scored more than Spurs.
Yeah, go on.
Well, look, it's actually really interesting if you look at their record, because it's like Arsenal started with 2 losses and then 3 wins, and then Spurs went 2 wins and then 3 losses.
Yeah, that's
Like
the form.
The Freaky
form
Friday,
table.
man. Freaky Friday, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Freaky Friday form. table.
Freaky Form Friday. Yeah.
Freaky Friday form.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So yeah, we looked all at sea the first half. We rectified it a little bit with a change of formation. Not enough. They just look better than us. Smith Rowe is like him and Martin Odegaard.
Dude,
that's the midfield they've been looking for.
Well, you
I
talked
like
about
Smith Rowe, man.
you talked about Spurs looking like children at the back. Arsenal genuinely started with children at the front.
Yep.
Smith,
Yeah.
Saka, Odegaard.
Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. the exception.
But yeah, so Smith Rowe looks like a good player, man. Like he's going to be real good.
Yeah.
He's wearing
definitely.
10, so
Yeah, he's got that freedom cutting in off the side and just popping up where he needs to.
he's dangerous.
There's
man.
no pressure on him to create because you got Odegaard there to do that work. They had Partey and Xhaka in the middle, which is that 6-6, and that worked. That's what Arsenal need is a 6.
That's probably the best way for them to set up the front and
A 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
That's how Arsenal should play.
Yeah.
Again, it is a little bit negative for a team like Arsenal to play that way.
Just get a few more defenders.
But why? Like,
But they have the players to play that way and play it.
Yeah.
like that's it. That's the idea of like that's a luxury. Having that idea is a luxury, and Arsenal are not in luxury space at the moment.
Yeah.
They're in we need to win football games by hook or by crook, and if it means playing 5 players up front, we'll do it. If it means playing 6 at the back, we'll do it. And
well, what I see it as is if you're going to set up like that, that's kind of the emergence of the Arteta project, because your front half and your midfield are pretty set over the next few years if you're going to go with these guys, because they're all going to improve and develop.
Yeah.
And then you just got to
Tweak.
replace this back lot like defenders.
But like you said, they had kids at the back. They are kids. So yeah, the Arteta project could be back on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if your front half and your middle sorted, then you just got to start addressing the issues at the back and your goalkeeper, and then by the time you've done that,
Well, they did. They had Ramsdale.
it was Ramsdale in goal, and he played well.
Looked 10 times better than Leno.
then
Yeah. So,
it's good. It's good to see him. Seems like he's a good goalkeeper. So let's see, maybe he can steal that first pick.
So yeah, that's all I have to say. It was a sad day for Spurs fans.
Yep.
But
Yeah, disappointing.
yeah,
And
if
kinda
only
funny.
we had Jimmy on the field instead of giving him a minute's silence at the start of the
Goodness
game.
me.
We might have scored some goals, but
Not a very mobile striker at this point.
at the age of 81, he would have been great for us.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah.
All right, which takes us on to Brentford 3, the Brentford A's,
Brentford
Liverpool 3.
The Bees were the 3.
That's right. And this is okay. What I predicted for the Leeds game against Liverpool happened in this one. Not that I wasn't fearful of Brentford at all, but this, they're a team that play without fear, as Arsenal found out themselves on opening day. They don't care who you are. They're going to come and play their game. And if they lose, then they lose. So what? Losing against Liverpool is no big deal. And, they didn't lose against Liverpool.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, you're right. There's no pressure on them, really. So they can just go out and play their game. And
yeah,
sometimes football goes that way.
Yeah. They move the ball around very quickly. But they also have the ability to drop a long pass in there. They're good. They're certainly no pushover. And that Pinnock fella who scored the first goal. What was he playing for? Forest Green 4 years ago?
Yeah, and that's his first Premier League goal.
Yeah. So non-league 4 seasons ago. He's the
the new Jamie.
The new Jamie Vardy.
Yeah. We'll see.
Less prolific,
less Red Bull, more mothers.
Well, we don't know what he's drinking, but it's probably not Skittles.
But he's buzzing.
He's absolutely buzzing
for the bees.
That's right. And then I know we had Mo Salah's 100 Premier League goals last week. This week is 100 Liverpool goals, given that because he scored 2 for Chelsea.
Right. Yeah, I see.
So, yeah. A funny little blue segment in the pie graph. Yeah. Then the ball came over from Fabinho, a defensive midfielder who can do both the hard tackling and some playmaking as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That goal was initially ruled offside, and they went up to VAR, and they had, for the first time that I've seen, I'm sure it's definitely happened before, but the first time that I've seen, they used the thick lines, and it provided an
outcome,
the benefit of the doubt to the attacking side. And if Liverpool had conceded from it, in principle, I'd be thinking that that's a good thing, while cursing the fact that we conceded a goal. But the right thing happened. So Salah was played onside by someone in the left back position. Sorry, the right back position, other side of the pitch. He beat the trap by a long way. So, in principle, the right thing happened, and I'm very happy. One man on our team who scored in this game and had a fantastic week in the Champions League, Curtis Jones. What a freaking goal!
Yeah, let's say he had to top Navigator, didn't he?
Well, yeah, I still don't know if he has done that, but he kept getting closer, and I think he hit the post. Their keeper denied him on a couple of occasions, and man, he kept going. Oh, and I love Curtis. It's great to have, if Trent's not on the pitch, he was, but if Trent's not on the pitch, it's good to have a Scouser in the team. And there he is. He just happens to also be an awesome fucking footballer.
And keeps that young blood alive, having Harvey Elliott out injured.
That's right.
Just keeps that talent coming through. Yeah, there's another option for homegrown talent coming through. So
yeah, super stoked that with that side of things, Curtis he's going to go unnoticed for maybe a little bit this season, and then people who support other clubs are going to start waking up to him, because it's fair enough, like everyone's got blind spots for other clubs because you can't see everything and watch everything. Like I'm sure I don't know about Watford 19-year-olds, and then I will in 2 years when they're playing.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see then.
Look, I love him. Look at his little hair.
Yeah, funny hair. That's always good.
Funny hair.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm gutted that we didn't.
Look, I just gotta say, you don't sound disappointed enough. I don't know.
Look.
You score 3 goals. What else can you do?
Well, look.
Not
Stop-
concede
Stop
three.
3.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 of it,
That's terrible.
look,
man.
I am actually like, in terms of the goals we conceded, they were near upon shambolic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, God.
That having been said, on the balance, I come away from that game thinking we deserved to draw 3-3.
You're stung, bro.
We did.
You're stung by the bees.
We did get stung, and you know why I'm not the most disappointed person in the room? Because my team got a point this week.
Oh, rough.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're top of the league.
Hello,
We're
darkness, my friend.
We're top of the league. We're top of our Champions League group. And you know what? Draws they happen. It's fine.
Well, there's a draw at the start of the season, isn't there? Find out who you're playing.
That's rubbish.
Terrible.
All right.
Well, any other matches?
I want to give a little mention to Palace versus Brighton. Crystal Meth Palace.
Crystal Meth Palace.
Yeah.
Crystal Meth Palace.
Yeah. Well, we had Zaha's goal, the penalty.
Yep.
Won by Conor Gallagher, whose praises we were shouting last few weeks.
Yep.
And then I believe it was the 94th minute, Neil Maupay collect. It was amazing. You look at ones like this and it's in stoppage time, and the Palace keeper just sort of boots it down the middle of the field instead of trying to, hit the back of the stand. And someone from Brighton just basically boots it back. Maupay chases it, chips it over.
Pounces on it. Yeah. Beautiful chip.
Beautiful chip. If it weren't for Martinez, he would be the shit stirrer of the week.
Yeah.
Because he goes over immediately to the Crystal Palace fans, gives it the ears, and he's like, "Come on, I can't hear you." I
He's
love
a little goal rat, isn't he?
He's a little goblin.
Yeah, for sure.
Goal goblin.
Goblin.
He gobbled that goal up.
He did gobble that goal up. It was beautiful.
Goal gobblers.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's quickly working into my favourite shit stirrers in the Premier League. I like him.
There's a few when you go through the league. There's
Big Vards.
Vardy's the biggest.
Vardy's the captain.
Yeah. Captain number 9, club captain, highest paid.
Legend.
Yeah.
Folk legend.
Red Bull sponsor.
Yeah.
I reckon Jamie Vardy should change the name on his back of his shirt just to Shithouse. Jamie Shithouse on the back of his shirt.
Would it be weird if it just said Jamie?
Yeah.
As if he's Brazilian, eh?
Yeah. No, the best thing ever would be if he went to go play for Red Bull Leipzig. He gets a sponsorship.
It's free sponsor.
Oh yeah.
They give him free
There we go.
free Red Bull. And then since he's filled up, he goes for another 5 years.
What I really want is Skittles to start sponsoring a team in the Bundesliga also.
Yeah. So
Skittle bombs.
So and when they play, you've got Red Bull Leipzig and Skittles Hamburg or whatever.
Or you could have Nutella FC.
What is this league? Is this a super league?
Supermarket league.
Yep. There we go. Yeah.
The Frankfurt Twinkies or something, eh?
The Frankfurters.
The Frankfurters.
Yeah.
Frankfurters.
The Frankfurt hot dogs.
Oh, that is a bit fruity for my taste.
Pretty delicious Skittles.
Yeah, mate. And for one of the biggest games of the week, Chelsea City. I only have 2 things to say about it, and that's Chelsea have conceded 2 goals this season, which is amazing. But they've been scored by Jesus and Mohammed.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Well, that's a sign if I ever heard it.
Is that retribution for letting Moses go?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But yeah, I watched the game. It seemed pretty even for a lot of it. City probably had the upper edge, and of course that's shows how they scored. Gabriel Jesus just looking better and better from this right wing position, man. It's like, this is just a shame that City don't have a striker.
Yeah.
Like, what?
He is like their only striker on the books, yet he plays on
And
the
he plays
wing.
right
No,
wing.
it's just
yeah. And he's better at it.
Fuck, eh?
No.
Weird.
I like that.
The pep water.
Yeah, it's just...
Pep refuses, like, he's like, good. Sergio, we are not going to renew your contract. It's like, why not? Because I don't want to play with a striker. But Gabby's still here. He will play right wing, and he will like it.
Well, I find it very interesting with Pep. He has this crazy ability to, like, just as soon as you start seeing a player dropping down the pecking order and stuff like that, he'll just come back in, like, a different position and, like, be good for some reason. And like, Pep is just this great way of, like, using his entire squad, considering the amount of players he has.
Absolutely. And somebody threw a twirl at Edison, at a twirl chocolate bar. You know, so this season we've had
so it was
cup.
We've had
cups.
Was it for keeping a clean sheet, or
I don't know if it was a reward or if it was a Chelsea fan who was just really brassed off and thought, you know, I don't want this.
Have it.
I don't want this chocolate nonsense. I'm just going to get rid of it.
Huh.
I mean,
so he didn't eat it. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I did not see him eat it. He didn't tuck it in his shin pad like Suarez.
Damn, I would.
But
yeah,
I
damn,
would probably melt.
Yeah, you just
I'd
turn
like chuck
around,
it in the goal. Like
turn around,
like,
just eat it in front of the nose.
I
Be
would
like,
definitely
cheers,
eat it.
Cheers, lads.
Okay,
Need to pick me up.
top 4 of things that have been thrown. A banana. That's top. That's
delicious.
champion.
Just what you need to get through the second half.
Coins. That's last. Cups at Declan Rice and a twirl.
Yeah, what'll be next?
Human child.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So moving on from that, which doesn't make any fucking sense, to something which definitely is going to make sense. Jose Mourinho.
Another week of Mourinho watch.
Mourinho watch.
He's returned. We need a song.
Snappy theme tune.
Someone got a song.
We'll have to work on it. We'll come up with something.
Sing the theme tune. Write the theme tune.
Again, that's why I need to learn this flamenco guitar stuff.
It'll be perfect.
Like they're like,
and then just Jose.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we've written it. So we just have to, I just need to get a
copyright.
normal string guitar. Yeah.
Copyright 2021.
I was just thinking of the Champions League theme, and it's just yelling Mourinho.
Yeah. The Jose. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see what we can do.
All right. So dreadful nonsense, and next Jose. So they played Lazio, big Rome derby. Yeah. We all know about it, and they did not win. Lazio won 3-2. And look, I don't even know where to start with his antics afterwards. He gave the post-match team talk on the pitch. So the Roman players like huddled around him, and he gave the at Lazio Stadium, you know, the team that hate them.
I like that. I really like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We've got to support them.
Humongous balls.
Yeah. You stand there and you get the team around and go, this is what you are playing for. Look around you. These people hate you.
Yeah.
Why you guys have to stand up to this? You guys are professional footballers. Stand up and
he's like,
shut these guys up.
Yeah,
right,
he's like given to the dark side of football.
These guys hate you.
Yeah, you can draw power from
Yeah,
this.
exactly. That's it. But, like, big motivation, and all he has to do is stand in the huddle and be like, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Oh.
Think about how much money you'll make with all the coins they're going to throw.
Yeah,
he'll take like 10% in tips or something though.
Already,
like, everyone brings in their coins and then he splits it up. He gets 10%, and everyone else gets like
This is
The leftovers.
this we call it tax.
Yeah.
Please don't worry about it. So he was angry at the ref for not awarding a penalty right before the second goal, which was I mean, he had a point. One of his players was bundled over, and I maybe I need to have a second look at it, but to me it looked like a penalty. And then Lazio went down the other end immediately, counter-attacked, and who puts the ball in the net but Pedro, who Mourinho sold.
Yeah, Chelsea, yeah.
Oh,
So he sold them to
Lazio.
He sold them to Roma, and then,
and then sold them
from Roma
to
sold them to Lazio.
So did that transfer just happen in the most recent window?
Yeah.
I didn't even realise.
Yeah, I didn't quite
To a
register
rival
it
as
either.
well. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then Pedro scored.
So yeah, during the post-match press conference, he was given slander to the ref. He was given slander. He was a lot of praise of his fans, of his own players as well. But he,
The slender man.
yeah, slander Mourinho. Who would have thought? But one thing that stuck out to me was like, we play the attacking football, and our opponents just sat back and hit us on the counter. It's like, well, I don't know about you, Jose, but I seem to remember it worked pretty well for you. Like, you didn't have a problem with it when you were doing it.
Yeah. I always thought he was the manager of about, like, winning is the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what style of football you play.
Yeah, it's like, 3? What does 3 mean? 3 means 3-2, but it also means I win 3 Premier League.
Of course.
Terrible. And he's also been given bollocks to Gareth Southgate, not in the post-match, but just in general, for not picking Tammy Abraham. And he effectively said, if he's continuing to not get picked for England, I'm going to tell him to go and declare for Nigeria.
Yeah. Hey, that could be a good shout.
Totally fair.
Legit.
Yeah.
Like, imagine having Tammy Abraham playing for Nigeria at the World Cup.
Yeah, why not? Him and Iwobi.
Well, speaking about religious figures, you'd have Abraham and Moses
Oh, yeah.
up front.
Mm.
What a pair.
Yeah. Right, so... But I suppose he's got to get through, well, like Harry Kane and Danny Ings.
Well, that's exactly right. That's exactly why...
Jamie Vardy.
Look, I mean...
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, for sure.
Bamford.
Yeah, Patrick Bamford. There's actually
Paddy
quite
Bamford.
a few. For some
He
reason.
should go play for Nigeria too.
Patrick
Yeah.
Bamford.
Yeah, man. White Lightning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely pack of Nigerians. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah, well, let's see. Like, okay, Mourinho, this is it. If you can get let's see if you get the most out of him, then maybe he could play for England.
Or Nigeria.
I'd rather play for Nigeria.
You would.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they wouldn't lose a penalty shootout in the Euros, would they?
No.
Not possible.
Yeah, because they're not in Europe.
Thanks.
Well done.
Some of them.
I'm glad somebody cleared that up for us.
Some of them are.
Well, look
Look at
hey,
Tammy Abraham.
I cater for every audience member.
Yeah.
You know?
The geographically challenged.
Yeah.
All right.
You nebby for everyone.
Yeah, nice. Fine.
Cater.
Moderate.
You
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Cool.
I get
Cool.
it.
Moderate.
Anyway, we should move on to the next section.
The Champions League.
Fantastic.
The champ.
Yay. Slightly, I can be positive now.
Let's start with
let's not.
what happened in Madrid with Sheriff Tiraspol, a Moldovan. Well, they're from Moldova. They play in the Moldovan league, but they don't really consider themselves Moldovan. In the same way that like Catalonia doesn't consider itself Spain.
Yeah.
Either way,
Mm.
they played. They were formed in 1997. The club value is 13 million euros,
Wow.
which is like a bit of Camavinga's leg.
Good point. That's yeah, man.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was that bad.
yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And that I mean, fair enough to Benzema for absolutely smashing the crap out of the penalty, but that last goal from Sheriff was amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable strike.
Like,
that was actually so good.
Toppest of bins.
The goal of his life.
Definitely.
Like-
Imagine that. Yeah.
Another one
Scoring
that
the winner against Real Madrid.
at the Bernabeu in your second. I mean, they're 2 from 2. They only realistically need. If they get one more win, they'll at least qualify for the Europa League knockouts. Which, I mean, you can look down on that all you like, but better than nothing.
For Sheriff, that's amazing. What
For
the
Sheriff,
hell?
that's sick.
Incredible. They could, double their club value.
Yeah, they could
Even
sign.
just getting through the groups, they'd probably double their club value.
Yeah, they
And
could
the
sign
rewards on-
Camavinga's knee.
The studs.
Yeah. So
unreal.
Yeah.
That's what an upset.
what a story. You know, I love them already. Who shot the Sheriff? Certainly wasn't fucking Florentino Perez.
Yeah.
And so their next game will be Inter. What a group to find yourself stuck in, and then just go,
And then
we don't care.
and lose anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't care. We're going to beat the best teams in Europe. Up yours.
Yeah, amazing. That's it. Just screw you. Don't underestimate us.
Yeah. There's not room in this town for the
Yeah.
three of us.
There's no deputies in this squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the deputy now, Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah, pathetic. Well, it's funny too because of course Barcelona lost 3-0 to Benfica today as well.
Oh my
so
goodness, yeah.
It's funny to see
Dreadful.
the two,
Super
dominant
giants,
Spanish
yeah.
teams just not both looking in shambles.
Well, how about this? If there was an argument that you wanted against the Super League, this is it.
Oh, 100%.
Benfica beat Barca. I mean, it's not like Benfica are a small club by any means, but Benfica smashed Barca, and a team who've never been in the Champions League before beat Madrid in Madrid. What do you want? You still want the Super League? I think you're a cunt.
Yes, please.
We have it. It's called the Championship.
Yeah. I suppose the only argument they'd make is we play all our second stringers in the Champions League games, So if it was always harder teams, there'd be a higher standard.
No, that's like I understand the theory of that, but the depth of that team is nowhere near second string. Like Madrid's second string team is still world class.
I mean, they didn't even play second stringers. Alaba, Militao, Courtois, Nacho.
And actually, a lot of it just was Courtois mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Sheriff keeper, he made some ridiculous saves. So we'll move on from the Sheriff of Nottingham, and we'll go to what happened in Paris, because there were fellas in Paris.
Yeah.
And one of them was Idrissa Gana Gay.
My favourite gay man scored one of the nicest goals. I love it. He pounded that shit into the goal.
It was yeah. It's a shame he didn't come from behind, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Look, I love it when you see a defensive midfielder score a goal like that, because it's almost like that. A striker sort of finishes it off, and it looks like they meant it. He meant to kick the shit out of that ball, and I love it.
Yeah, well, it's like I was saying to you before. Just before you got here, Ash, I was saying to Paddy, since PSG have Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar, every team is basically telling them like, okay, you're going to man mark Messi, you're going to man mark Neymar, and you're going to man mark Mbappe. And then so Idrissa Gueye just has no one around him at all. They just forget he's a player, and then just smokes one into the top corner.
While we're on the topic, I told Ash that I'd tell him the story. So this was some years ago. I think I might have still been living at home. So me, my brother, and my dad. Dad's an Everton fan, and you know Danny is a Liverpool fan. And we were watching, and you know, commentators they'll say, you know, this is Distan, this is Dawson.
Yeah.
And the ball was passed into Idrissa, and it just bit of a pause, bit of dead air. This is Gueye. And obviously being the mature young men that my brother and I are, we completely fucking lost our shit.
I could just imagine,
and Dad for the next like 35 minutes of the game just was like, it's not funny. Absolutely not having it. And then we won and rubbed it in his face.
Right. To be honest, I still find it funny.
I love it. I still mention it to him. And it's still funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Idrissa Gueye, no homo. What a legend. But of course, what happened at the end of the game was the one and only Leo Messi's first goal in Paris colours.
Well, I suppose first goal, you know, not for Barca or Argentina.
That's true.
He's scored an own goal before.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got me.
Has he?
I would imagine.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not.
No, I wouldn't. He doesn't defend hard enough to score an own goal.
Doesn't exactly like.
He doesn't work in his own half.
Doesn't Google it.
He clocks out at halftime.
Halfway. Keep talking then.
He doesn't actually tend to impose himself from like defensive corners, does he? He's not like he's...
On the goal, it was very slick. It was classic Leo. Like, but yeah, he was just It was a nice movement. The pass to him from Mbappe.
Yeah,
yeah,
amazing work.
Just inch perfect finish from the outskirts of the box.
Yeah, he's. I mean, it's a bit weird that it's almost weird that it's taken him this long.
Score, yeah. You almost expect it to be the first game he scores. Goal.
It's goal, 1-1.
Okay, so I googled it.
Yes.
And we know Google's real, so yeah.
So the answer is no. Messi's never scored an own goal.
Cool. So he's now scored for three teams.
But they did say that what he has done though was miss a penalty in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final in 2012 against Chelsea, which is just as bad.
Very harsh.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, that's what you get from the internet. You get the raw truth.
Well, yeah.
You certainly get an opinion.
Yeah, raw opinion.
Raw dogging from a trucer.
Stop that.
That'll be the name of my news show. The raw opinions.
Yeah. just the logo, just a picture of Shrek. Opinions have layers.
Yeah, well, it's almost like it's one letter off onions.
Yeah, thanks.
just making sure you get it.
What do you mean making sure I got it? I said it.
That was addressed to the audience.
A joke that works much better written down. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest, there's no ladies.
Yeah. Look, half the point of this podcast is to entertain us as well. So.
Well, you've done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
God.
Just wipe the tears. Sorry. Hold up.
Oh, goodness me.
Right. It's cause,
what next, raw dog?
It's because of the raw onions.
Okay, so the next raw footage comes from Portugal, where Liverpool laid siege to the Estadio de Dragao, and we won 5-1. And again, Mohamed Salah basically proving that he is the Egyptian god card. You know, it's impossible not to love him.
Incredible striker, incredible stats, goal machine.
Goal machine. So you know, he bagged a couple. Mane grabbed one. And then, to be fair, Porto at the point it was scored, scored the best goal of the game. Lovely little cross and a great header. And then Salah was replaced by Bobby Firmino, who also scored.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
you know, the fourth goal was a bloody wind up. Keeper came out about 40 yards, and Firmino just sort of.
Oh, the way it just rolled over the line.
Yeah, by the
perfectly weighted.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want to expend too much energy, Bobby Firmino.
I didn't see, the camera didn't show me what he was doing, but I'm hoping that he just turned around and just started the slow walk back, to the half, and then just the ball just casually goes over the.
You know how sometimes he doesn't look when he kicks it in?
Yeah, exactly.
I like to think that he just walked over to Klopp and just was like, high five.
Yeah.
Before the ball was even in.
He's already at Klopp, and then the ball finally gets over the line.
It says no look celebration.
Yeah.
So obviously it's good to see him back, good to see him scoring. I don't have stats, but I think that's the first time in, I'd say probably over a year, that the front three have all scored in the same game. Partially because of little bits of form and the introduction of Jota and injury. Of course, Firmino just had an injury, so there's that.
Well, they're too busy assisting each other to score.
Yeah. Okay, so but two stats jumped out at me. One of them was, of the 18 goals in the Champions League that Porto have conceded at home since the 17-18 home loss to Liverpool, 14 of them out of 18 have been conceded against Liverpool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a few.
Yep. It's good to have a team like that, you come into the match statistically we've already won.
Statistically we've already scored about 4 goals.
Yeah, so just go out there and let it happen.
And I think it was 14% of Jurgen Klopp's goals in the Champions League while managing Liverpool have come away at Porto. That's
incredible.
I mean, it's like playing Norwich. We always fuck them, which is it seems harsh. It seems like we're being mean because one, I like Porto. They're really good, and then we play them and they turn into
Porto.
Someone much worse than Porto.
Yeah, let's see. He's going and dominate them.
Yeah, going and fucking fuck them.
New sheriff in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoked. Awesome.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, easy.
Cool. So, from Liverpool to Manchester.
Yeah, right. So, again, total contrast to the last match, I guess. We're up and down every week, right? So, but
once again, another week where you've drawn on aggregate.
Yeah, and honestly, stoked from this match. Very happy to win this. I didn't get to watch it live because I
didn't play.
Very busy day. So I looked once, perhaps around 60 minutes, and saw we were 1-0 down, and I was like, yeah,
the sweet familiar sting.
And then I got home and managed to watch the match, and I was pleasantly surprised when we managed to equalise with a beautiful strike from Alex Telles.
Oh man, what a volley!
Yeah. Oh yeah, left foot. With a bit of a outside of the foot curl,
swaz.
Yeah, set play from Bruno. That's pretty crazy. Amazing goal. And maybe it's an interesting thing. Now we have maybe we have competition for this left back position.
Yeah, always good to have.
And Shaw's been so good too, but it's kind of a shame because it's actually right back is the position that's up for grabs, because of course Wan-Bissaka had a red card in this match, from the last match.
Yeah, bam.
So he it actually got raised to 2 games, so he misses the next 2 games. One more, and so Diego Dallo kind of stepped in.
Yeah, what do you think of him?
In that match, not good.
Right.
Not good. There was many moments where he just got done by the Villarreal players. They're actually. I mean, they're a very good team. They're a really slippery team, man. They had Pau Torres had this one where he just like ran the whole length of the pitch basically, like, and smoked like 3 defenders. And
why are they slippery? Are they snakes?
no, because they're slippery Spanish people.
Slippery Spaniards.
Yeah.
They're not all of them are Spaniards.
Well,
but
because they're the yellow submarine, right? Like
slippery
submarine is underwater. You don't see it coming, and
I
it's.
think I say submarine is Spanish for snake.
yeah, submarine. They slip under your radar.
Yeah, they're under a layer of water.
Yeah. So.
The yellow onion.
Yeah. And then of course the winner. Who else is going to score it? Our 5-5 man Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Lingardinho laying the ball off.
Yeah, Messi Lingard.
Yeah, amazing. They seem to be forming this crazy partnership.
Yeah, it was.
Because Ronaldo wants to score goals in Fergie time, and that is when that's the last couple of minutes that Lingard gets to play.
When the charity kid comes on to play the last couple of minutes.
Charity kid.
Yeah.
The make a wish time.
He's better than that.
But
he hasn't got cancer.
Well,
yeah. So, but either way, it was good stuff, man. So from Ronaldo, just so you know that was his 178th appearance in the Champions League, and his 136th goal.
Those are both ridiculous.
Unreal.
That's an appearance record. Am I right?
Yeah, I believe so. Unreal.
Just doesn't stop.
And yeah, looking good, still scoring, winning us games. He's earned us our first 3 points in the Champions League, so that's great. And now our next match is Atalanta, and that's going to be a tough one too. So
a slippery one.
Keep it up.
I think that's probably a fair way to describe the teams in your group. They're like slippery. You've got some. You played Atalanta in Europe not so long ago, am I right? I want to say that they were in your group maybe a couple of years ago.
Oh,
maybe I'm wrong.
I can't really remember.
Either way, Atalanta, up and coming team.
Yeah.
Young boys.
Dangerous team.
Already beat you. And Villarreal, who beat you in the...
Well, they won the Europa League, we beat us in the final. And then the other thing too was that's Villarreal's first loss. When I watched the game, the commentator said it was their first loss of the year. And I was like, no, that's
what?
That can't be right. And he's wrong. It's their first loss of the season.
Okay.
But they had undefeated in all competitions until
that moment.
Until now. But that is 4 draws in the league. But what it shows is that they are an extremely disciplined, well-drilled team. And they're so organised, and that's why they're really tough to break down. A team like us is all about the counter-attack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Always going to be trouble for us.
Now, there was some contention around whether Lingard was offside.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've...
0%.
Yeah. When you described it to me initially, it sounded like he was genuinely in the way of the goalkeeper. And then after having watched it once, no way.
Yeah, because people just write stupid articles because they can't handle
the truth.
The
you can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
So,
they're writing these raw articles.
Yeah, they're just people giving out their raw opinions, one slice at a time. and it was just incompetence. I heard a good proverb the other day from the prophet Michael Malice, and he said that you should treat the average journalist like a tobacco lobby executive. and I agree, right? Yeah. So, I'm stoked, man. This was a big win for us. High on confidence. Again, I think we didn't play our best football, but after we scored our first goal, we turned it on, won the game.
Yeah, it certainly seemed that once United had a bit of momentum going forward,
Yeah.
that there was only going to be
Mm.
they were going to win. They were going to be the ones to win the game.
Yeah.
De Gea did make a number of good saves.
De Gea was amazing in that game. Honest, there were so many saves in that game. Incredible. It was, good signs.
It's a tough one and it's slippery, but to win that game is important. Get 3 points. 3 points after 2 games, fine. 1 after 2 games, not so good. So look, just as much as he is a great footballer and a great goal scorer, this is what Ronaldo's good for. 97-minute mentality.
Yep. Well, I mean, in his interview, he basically said, like, this is why I came back.
Yeah.
And actually, it's funny you mentioned David De Gea too, because it's really funny how it played out, because in like just before the end of the 90 minutes, De Gea like made an unreal save, like incredible save, the one where he's like he makes this crazy reaction save, it deflects off and it hits the other striker and he's about to tee it up, and then it ends up in a scramble and Alex Telles clears it like from the ground.
Yeah.
It's amazing. De Gea gets kind of hurt, and so he has to get treatment, and that's what led to the game getting
Extended.
5 minutes added on.
So Agent Dave.
Yeah, extending the game, so Ronaldo had enough time to score that winner.
Yeah, he's like, hold on, we need some Fergie time. Let me just
Exactly.
crock myself.
De Gea created the Fergie time that we needed to win that game.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Or the layers of
Yeah,
that.
the layers of this raw opinion.
And talking about layers, did you see that Cristiano Ronaldo has his own brand of underwear?
Right.
When he ripped off his shirt to celebrate, he was wearing his own underwear.
Is that not just
And-
labelled so that Lingard doesn't steal
It
it?
doesn't steal
Cristiano
it, eh?
Ronaldo on it, yeah.
He walks in and see Lingard sniffing his undies, eh?
CR 7 days a week.
See,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
To be fair, Lingard...
no, it literally just said Cristiano.
Amazing.
Just other layers that you might be interested in.
To be fair, Lingard probably wouldn't actually wait till Cristiano had taken them off to sniff them.
No, he's probably
Thinks he's a dog.
He's probably already got his own pair.
He's got his own pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
He loves
just say
Ronaldo.
Jesse.
It's just written on in vivid. Eh? Some tidy whities with Jesse on.
Crayon.
Maybe that's Ronaldo's secret, you know. It's just...
His own underwear.
Yeah.
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 I've got my own underwear.
Hey, you got to be comfortable. That's number one.
That's true.
Mm.
You got to know where the twig and berries lie. That's right. All right.
And just so before he ends, a shout out to Po Torres. Classy defender, man.
Just shout out. He's not
shout
listening.
Yeah, well, one day maybe he will. And he'll be blown away that I'm the one giving him recognition.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Queen.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's it.
Old
Crystal
Elizabeth
Beth.
England.
Crystal Beth.
Yeah, Crystal. Dreadful. It's the Queen.
Whatever you do, don't call her that. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so basically that's all the topics covered, right?
Yeah. Do we want to
quick preview
have a look at what's on
for next week?
for next week?
Yeah. So the big match is between you folk, first and second place.
Yeah,
Liverpool versus Manchester City
that's very nice.
for all the onions.
Look, I love a good onion. Unfortunately, well, funnily enough, talking about onions, we've got the Shrek derby, Man U versus Everton.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of a dodge.
Well, fair enough.
You don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Are you worried? Are you worried?
I'm absolutely not worried.
Oh,
I think I don't know what it is.
If you had to put your onions where your mouth is, how?
I don't eat raw onions. Look, I think we'll win. Us against City at Anfield, we, for the most part, under Klopp, have kind of owned it.
Okay.
We look good. We're top of the league. We're top of our Champions League group. We're scoring fuckloads of goals. And I think it could be a bit of a battle. Obviously, it's Manchester City. it'll be a different battle from the Brentford game.
Well, look, I mean, knowing in the last couple seasons, the way that Liverpool and Manchester City play, this is literally the title match. Like, from this point onwards,
Yeah,
you don't win now, it's over.
Well, I totally disagree. Look, we see with teams like Brentford, they can upset. They can upset the apple cart. Teams,
The onion cart.
oh my god!
Oh, the onion cut. Yeah, you missed that one.
Sorry. No, that pun was in another castle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's obviously a huge game. First for a second, it always is. 2 title challenges, again, it always is going to be a big game. But it's the 6th, 7th game of the season.
Yes.
It's not a title game.
Have you ever heard of hyperbole?
Yes.
That's
Hyperbole, I believe it's pronounced.
That's all I want to say. Yeah. Either way, I hope you both lose.
Definitely.
But yeah, okay. Fair enough. Then we can move on to talking about my team.
The Shrek Derby.
Yeah. What are you basing that on exactly?
Wayne Rooney played for both and looks like Shrek.
You dildo.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Cool. Red vs blue. I always like that.
Mate, I've got a Pokemon game for you then.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, like I say it every time. It's supposed to be no excuses, and we've already been given excuses. So they better win the shit out of this game.
Yeah. I mean,
Look, they got to play with some desire, or no one's going to be happy.
well, that's totally true. I mean, Everton are only 1 point below Man U, and sorry, one
We're
not even
one place in the we're one place in the table separate.
Sorry, 1 place in the table, not even a point.
We're 4th, they're 5th. Yeah.
And they've just sort of gone silently about their business. Rafa Benitez is a very astute manager, and he's come up against he's come up in a fair few bloody battles against Man U.
It's true.
And I don't see any reason why they can't pinch a point. But
No way. I won't allow it.
well,
this is the.
you're not the referee.
But I'm saying if that happens, man, this is not a good sign. That's bad.
Not if you're an Evertonian.
Well, yeah, but why would I care about them? Look, it's.
They could quite easily come in and take all the onions.
Stop it.
Look, we have Ronaldo. That can't happen.
They have Townsend.
Oh.
Yeah, similar players.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can win 4-1 then.
4-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy to win 4-1 if the 1 is an absolute screamer. That's cool.
And it's come from Andres Townsend.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'd be happy with that, and only that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no excuse. Like I said, anything less than the best is a felony.
All right, peel that back, if you will. So another team you can peel, Tottenham Hotspurs.
I was actually looking at the Burnley Norwich game.
Were you?
Oh, for a bit of excitement.
Yeah, well,
Just to see who won't score.
You're talking about the title clash in the end of the round.
So you want to know who you're going to be coming up against in the relegation?
Yeah,
in the championship.
Effectively, this is do or die for these teams. Like, legitimately, it's not about the title. It's about who's going to win the championship next year.
See, Ash gets it. Ash is a yes and guy.
Okay, it's something to work on. It's something to improve on. You can't relegate me to a championship podcast.
Yeah. Sure.
To be fair, it's probably because we're in the Vanarama League. We're in the UEFA Conference League.
Yeah, how would that feel?
Don't know.
So anyway, you can't avoid it.
Yeah,
You're
so
coming up against the villains. They're on a hot
yeah,
streak.
yeah. Well, I would not surprise me if we took a thumping to Villa. Like they could run right on us.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're
but there's
you sound
weirder
like
things. Weirder things have happened. They
you
might
sound like a man
get
that
it
has
together.
lost it all.
Weird
might get
things have happened. You're at home to Aston Villa.
Well, you just never know.
You just never know.
Yeah, we could pull something together, play as a team, ball on the floor, knock it around, score some goals. Villa will have a good day.
Look, once
But
again,
back to that Burnley Norwich game. Jesus Christ, it'll be a banger. Why not?
well, I'm looking down the Saturday fixtures. That's Sunday here. At Brighton Arsenal, the return
The Ben White day.
the return of Ben White.
Well, if he actually plays for Arsenal, you know.
Well, if he can play football at all, but of course, you know, I'm sure Maupay will be there to chip Leno, who for some inexplicable reason will be on his 18-yard line.
We'll be back in this team.
It's the perfect opportunity for Brighton to get another 3 points.
Yeah.
You know, this is their kind of game.
Well, that's something we kind of skipped over. Like, if they'd beaten Palace, they would have been top,
Yeah, and they still got a point.
and they still got a point.
Still snake that point at the end, so they're doing good, man. Well, they're sixth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
six.
Yeah, six. Amazing.
Yeah, and look, they're probably what 30. They're on 13 points, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably like a third of what you need to survive, like mathematically. Teams that survive with far fewer than 39, but if you get 39 in a Premier League season, that's really good. You're done.
Yeah. Well, I think another match too definitely has got to be the Hammers versus the Bees, because
London derby.
both two teams that have been played well against big teams, so both look really good. So, I mean, obviously you would assume that a hammer is a lot more effective against a bee,
But if you swing a hammer at a bee, like the bee can just
they're going to score a goal on you.
they can fly.
Yeah.
Also, if that bee played non-league football, it's a tough bee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Crystal Palace, Leicester.
Yeah.
Tough game.
Again, both two teams that need points.
Yeah, Newcastle, Wolves.
Oh,
Battle for the bottom. You would expect Leeds to beat Watford.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ismaila Sarr's look good lately, but
Chelsea
And
get
of course,
back on track.
and of course,
against-
Lukaku FC against Southampton.
Yeah, get
Wow.
back on track.
hasn't been the last couple games. But
Yeah, but this is a game they'll target to get back on.
you're saying the CAC's going to be back.
Yeah, CAC is back.
CAC.
Return of the CAC.
Return of the
Once
CAC.
again, once again, once again.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Okay. Are we happy with all of that nonsense?
Yep, I feel like we covered about everything.
Then,
Any closing thoughts?
I have the return of the game.
Oh,
The
excellent.
game from last week. So,
oh, shit.
okay, given that you won last week,
Wow.
amazing, congratulations.
Yeah.
I
I played defensively.
You can play defensively if you like.
Yeah.
Your title, your unbeaten streak is on the line. And we'll start with Ash, given that he is the second placer from last week.
The challenger.
To give him a chance, yeah.
Blue versus red.
Yeah. Just
Rockin'-
the way I
rockin'-
like it.
Rock and sock and robots.
Yeah, of course. Blue versus red. That's the oldest battle of all time. that dates back any other group.
What about good versus evil?
Before the Muslims and the Christians, it was red versus blue.
Who was red?
Red.
The red people.
Blue was red and red
The
was blue.
red people.
The red people. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I don't even know
Bloods-
how
Bloods
to.
and Crips.
I don't even know how to continue that question. So what I will continue with is the name Gianluigi Buffon, who has only played for 3 clubs. And you may start with your bid.
I can't name the third, so it's 2.
Yeah, I can name all 3.
You can do 3?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Parma, Juventus, PSG.
Correct. Ping. All right, which means that you're actually the first to bet on this one. His name is Peter Crouch, and he has played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 professional clubs.
Oh. I'll go 5.
7.
Oh,
Oh,
strong.
shit. All right, I can't beat
Okay.
that, man.
Okay,
Okay.
let's hear 7.
Southampton,
Yes,
QPR,
yes,
Burnley,
yes,
Stoke,
yes,
Spurs,
yes,
Liverpool.
yes.
Did I say Burnley?
You said
Already?
You said Burnley.
Oh, Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Congratulations, level
Fuck,
terms.
mate,
Well
that's
done.
amazing. Unreal.
That's the best. You know,
But what a grouping.
if you want a stat, that's the best performance in a single round of this game
Yeah,
so
for sure.
far.
Amazing.
What
So
were
what-
the other teams he played for?
So the ones you didn't say were Villa.
No, did I
So
not say Villa?
You did say Villa.
Oh,
sorry.
that was on my list though.
Norwich.
Yeah.
IFK Hasselholm.
No.
Oh,
And did you say QPR?
yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Anyway.
My original list had Villa, but not Portsmouth, and that's where I got stuck.
Okay, so
Also,
So,
how many times did he play for Harry Redknapp?
375 million.
He played at least 4 different clubs under Harry Redknapp.
Oh, big Harry.
QPR, Southampton, Portsmouth, Spurs.
Wheeling and dealing.
Don't quote me on it, but I believe that's who he played. Like,
Yeah.
Just-
Who his dad was.
yeah, just
All right, so you're up again
oh shit,
because that's how it works.
smash that.
And the player is Romelu Lukaku, and he's played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 professional clubs.
I can only go with 4.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? That's,
Can
Yeah,
you do more
can you
than
beat
4?
4.
Because I think you can.
I think I can do 5.
Oh.
I think I can do 5.
Okay.
I missed
I think I can do 5.
one. I missed
So
one.
can you do all
No,
6?
I could
or
do. I
can
could
you?
do 5.
Are you going to tell Gage to name them?
There, you named your 5.
Okay, so I have Chelsea,
Yes.
Man U,
Yes.
Everton,
Yes.
Inter Milan,
Yes.
Anderlecht.
That's 5. Do you want to have a congratulations? You've won the point for a brownie point. Do you want to try and name the 6th one?
The last one. I couldn't remember. So is this before
It's
He was on loan.
Chelsea?
he was at Chelsea on loan at
Oh.
West Brom.
correct.
Yes.
Okay. So Ash, you get a brownie point, which
No,
is like an away
nothing.
goal.
It's worth nothing.
Ash has
So-
had plenty of brownie points before.
They weren't
They don't
points.
mean anything anymore.
They weren't points.
They're just brownies.
They mean diabetes.
The points are meaningless. Yeah.
All right. So our 4th player is Danny Welbeck, and he has played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clubs. Keep in mind, if you get the point, you win again.
Yeah. Oh, but it's not me who's.
It is you who bits
I thought it was
first.
the last one. Oh.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on. How many did you say he played it?
6.
6.
6.
let's hear 4.
So we got Man U,
Yes.
Arsenal,
Yes.
Everton.
No.
Oh,
Not Everton.
shit.
It has been
What's
levelled
the-
up dramatically.
Oh,
Fuck you.
So-
I can
Southampton,
name.
Not
I can
Southampton
name all
either.
4.
Unless could you name 4?
I could name the 4.
What?
West Brom.
No, Brighton, who he plays for now,
Yep.
Mm.
and Sunderland.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
And the other 2 are Preston and Watford.
I was going to say Watford.
Okay, so the
I was
last
thinking Watford.
the last one, he's only played for 4 clubs. We mentioned him today. Pedro Rodriguez, also known as Pedro. And Ash.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can do a
4.
4. I can do
Ash,
4
you-
easy.
4.
Well, Ash has the bid,
4.
and he's saying 4 straight away. So
Yeah.
Easy.
you, keep in mind, if you get these 4 correct, you won.
What? Yeah, Lazio, Roma, Chelsea, Barcelona.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Easy, though.
It is.
It is easy because we just talked about it.
But how's he win? He's only got 2 points, right?
No, he got the one for
Peter Crouch and...
he got the one for you naming Danny Welbeck wrong, and he got Peter Crouch, and he got that one.
Suck my onions.
Suck my onions.
Damn it. Foiled
So,
again.
unfortunately,
Equilibrium
the series,
has returned.
you're ahead on goal difference, but the series is 1 apiece.
No. He's
No, you
in
won last
this
time,
game,
yeah.
But Ash won every single other game so far.
Oh yeah.
So
Layers.
Different league.
This is actually
Different league.
Game layers.
what I'm doing.
Game
What
layers.
I'm doing now is what Ash does every week with Spurs, is just lowering my expectations so low that it doesn't matter when I lose.
Yeah, we'd have to ask Ash what teams he's played for, and he still won't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one last comment that I just thought about before we take off was what we talked about the other day about the latest Maldini scoring for AC Milan.
Of course, because you sort of mentioned it wasn't even really about football as such. It's just it is unlikely through the law of averages that 2 brothers or a father and son would be talented sportsmen.
Yeah, it's the top flight professionals. Yeah, for sure.
And we went through a couple of them, and of course now we've got the first goal of Daniel Maldini.
Yeah.
Through his father, Paolo, and his grandfather, Cesare, who all played for Milan, which is just ridiculous.
Amazing. That's so cool. So 3 generations in a row, top flight footballers.
For a good,
For the same club.
the same club.
That's unreal. That's crazy. That's almost as crazy as the 2 like Murphy twins. Like one plays for like Newcastle and one plays for Brighton or something, right? And they're identical twins.
Yeah, well, they both played for Norwich, didn't they?
They both played. They were at the same club at one time.
Well, it's like the United fullbacks, Fabio and...
That was cool.
Yeah.
And Rafael.
Fabio Raphael.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, the Pogba boys.
Yeah,
They don't play for the same team, but yeah.
But yeah, his brother. Yeah,
There's a few of them.
Both do things.
Both do things.
Oh, and the Hazards, obviously.
Yeah, and you've got
Jordan and
you've got Lukaku and Benteke. Yeah.
yeah.
Lukaku and his brother Benteke Lukaku.
Michael Jordan Lukaku.
Goodness. Gary Phil Neville.
Yeah. Fill your boots.
Yeah. So that's just something I want to bring up. I thought that's fascinating. Three generations of football in a row.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And of course, his son will play for Milan in 25 years as well.
Well, that's the more interesting thing. Is like as the generations have progressed, it's like it's getting further and further forward. Now Maldini's a striker.
Yeah, well, Daniel Maldini's son will play in a position that we don't even have yet.
Yeah.
Super striker.
You spend your whole game in the opposition goal.
yeah.
You sign for another team and then match fix from there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I think that's about it.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Just remember to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the fastest growing New Zealand
onion
football-based podcast that likes onions. Yeah. You get all your raw onions from this.
Get all your raw onion facts
raw
from
opinions from this podcast.
Well, last week we were offering geography lessons. This week onions.
Raw opinions. Yeah. Either way, yeah. Tune in next time. That'd be great.
Just absolutely shell-shocked.
Yeah, you threw me off my flow, man. Either way, yeah. Thanks for listening. We'll see you
Cheers,
next
guys.
time.
Bye-bye. That was awesome.